if everybody that's watching, we are going to do a screening of Captain America from 1990, and we're going to make fun of it and just have a good time. Yeah, and the way it's going to work, you'll be able to watch the movie with us at the same time. I wanted to do it on here, but it doesn't seem to be working. So in just a minute, I'm going to start a watch party on the At Home Con group page. So if you go to that, you'll see a notification that I've started a watch party. You can pull the movie up in another window, and you'll be able to watch the movie, or on another device or whatever. And you should be able to watch the movie with us. We're going to find out. I'm about to do it. Let's see what happens. And added that to my queue. And done. Post.
Oh, fuck off, Siri. I don't have anything to say to you.
It says it's playing. You guys see the movie? Or do you see the notification?
I saw a notification pop up.
Oh, I see the notification.
There we go. Hosting a watch party.
And when you pull the movie up, we should all be watching it at the same time. And I'm going to put my earbud in. Do you see? Does it say Italy 21st Century Film Corporation?
I only see you guys.
Now it says in association with Marvel Entertainment.
Should we see it on this screen, or do we need to?
No, you have to watch it on either on another window or on your phone or something like that.
Okay, I see a film by Albert Payun. I see the little kids. I see the title card in my separate window.
Captain America being the straight off the comics is the one good thing about this movie.
Yay! Okay, I'm there.
Hang on.
Are we going to start over? Or
I think I see Ronnie Cox.
I don't know how to start over, so I think we're watching it now.
Oh man, I forgot Darren
baby. All right.
No one will be allowed entrance into the movie during the thrilling Sonata scene.
Is this really dark for you guys too?
It is dark.
I think that's the movie.
Wow, this has got Ralphie's
it's a 90s
mom.
movie. It's going to be dark.
It's got Billy Mooney.
Oh, there it is. Bill Mooney?
Bill Mummy's in this?
Didn't Bill Mooney do like everything in the early 90s?
Pretty much. He's not in this for long.
Uh-oh.
Guys, there's a door. Did you not know there was a door?
No one expects the Nazis through the door.
Damn, this computer runs so slow.
Hey, head of the watch party, Sean. I'm curious. I don't know if I don't know if there's a way to check, but is there an option for closed captioning? I know we have it here for the foreign language scene, but when we get to the English scenes, I don't know if there's any closed captioning.
Let me find out.
Yeah, we don't want to miss any of this stellar dialogue.
Who's recording this? That's what I
Does this have a separate?
His music teacher, and I'm glad you noticed that, Chris. It's going to be important later.
That's what I do. They want him for his superior intelligence, yet they're going to gun down his entire family who produces superior intelligence.
There's nothing that says closed caption.
Wouldn't they just use them to breed more superior intelligence?
I like hitting. That was actually a nice touch, putting the music by over the music sheet there. That I'll give them credit for that.
Fortress Lorenzo. You dirty rat.
Little known fact: crossover with Stuart Little. See that?
Yeah. The King Jack Kirby.
Oh, when Sharon was watching that Spider-Man, this new Spider-Man cartoon, Stan Lee is in it. At least his image is in it. Oh, it's a Golan Globus production. How awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course it is.
Both Golan and Globus. They gave us the full Globus.
Okay, I just want to give you guys fair. I can barely hear this movie. I've got to turn up my computer, so if it starts to feedback, you let me know. From what I'm understanding is nobody cares whether or not we hear the dialogue. It's not that good. How do I know the rat is twice as intelligent? I love that rat. Holy shit! Is that the red skull of the rat? Is this foreshadowing?
That is foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I'm so good at this.
You're going to be shocked at how much like the rat he looks like.
Yeah. Is there anyone of name in this movie?
Yeah. I just want to know why the bad guy's hat rates a cake.
Didn't read the big Ned Beatty is in this movie. Melinda Dillon, that's Ralphie's mom, also in Slapshot in this movie. Bill Mumy. And before
yeah,
Ned
that's
Beatty, there
right.
was another big name. I forgot.
See, look, his hat has a cape.
It's
does.
the dad from Christmas Story. Come on.
Darren McGavin?
Yeah.
And Melinda Dillon are in this?
Yeah.
Oh, they're both in it, really?
Holy crap.
And they beat the shit out of the kid. That's not nice.
Culture
It's a Nazi story.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the opposite of a Christmas.
You know what this is reminding me of is Top Secret.
Yeah, but not as funny.
Yeah.
At least not intentionally.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say in regards to being able to hear the dialogue, Chris was saying that it's probably not important that we hear the dialogue in this movie. I'm going to be quoting from
What are they putting on? Why does it have like eyes and ears on it?
Yeah, it looks like they're putting a mask on him.
Right? I'm sorry, Scott. What, were you going to be quoting from who?
Yo, you've been working with the Nazis for years, and suddenly you develop a conscience.
Yeah, well, it's knowing that you're going to be experimenting on a boy is one thing, but then seeing the boy, well, that changes everything, obviously.
Obviously.
And also the lousy shots.
The guy looks
they're
like
not
Dwight from The Office.
They got her. I mean, she's not going to die, but I think they got her. Anyway, I'm going to be quoting a little bit from IMDb Trivia throughout the film because there's some interesting tidbits. I was reviewing it yesterday. So in regards to the dialogue, which may or may not be important to hear, because according to Ronnie Cox in an interview with Retro Junk, he was quoted as saying, "Remains to this day the finest script I have ever read. How those guys messed that film up, I will never know."
I'd have to ask
Well,
you
you
a
see,
question.
the problem is they got the script for Captain America, and then they got the what they actually filmed using was the Walmart brand Captain America.
This looks an awful lot like Peggy's house from Endgame.
It might be.
That would be cool.
I'm going to go ahead and say it is.
You think that was the deliberate homage?
Yes.
Okay, you can. Well, hang on. Before I say.
I like the idea of it being a deliberate homage. We're about to see Steve Rogers' pre-Captain America girlfriend. Her name is Bernice or Bernie. Now he's going to go into the ice. Spoilers. In a few scenes, he's going to be frozen. Then they're going to thaw him out in the modern day, and that's when he's going to eventually bump into Bernie's daughter, Sharon.
I have a question about the timeline. This is 7 years after the Nazi experiment. It's 1943. So,
like
yeah.
so the Nazis, were they around in 36? Like,
well,
to that extent?
In the movie, yeah, the Nazis were around in 36 in the real world, but for the movie, we're also going with the Italians and not the German Nazis,
Yeah.
which, makes all kinds of sense.
Okay, well, I'm going to get pizza, and I'm leaving my Hong Kong foodie action figure.
He's going to fit right in with the movie.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of the many
there
issues
she
I
is.
have with this movie, even from when it came out, was making the Red Skull Italian, because we did not want to offend the Germans or
Yet
something.
another evil Italian. It's like Quantum Leap up in this joint.
Hey, Joey, you shouldn't be firing your gun in the club.
Joey.
Why are they always called Joey or Tony? I heard a comedian once say he was Italian and he said he had like 6 friends named Tony. He said, "Hey, yo, Tony, Anthony, y'all come here."
And here, as we can all see, Matt Salinger, son of Catcher in the Rye author J.D. Salinger, yes, that's true.
The photographer?
No, him right there.
The lanky dude?
As Steve Rogers.
Yeah, the lanky, the tall ass lanky dude who was as tall as Captain America. They wanted to cast a different actor to play serum Steve Rogers, and then have Matt play Captain America. But I think they couldn't afford to cast 2 people, so they just had to have him do it. And just make sure he limps before the experiment, and we'll be fine.
I was going to say, that limp looks pretty deliberate. That's the Forrest Gump limp I've ever seen. Johnny!
Yeah.
Does this take place in Greensboro, Alabama?
Greenbow, Alabama.
You should go back to Greenbow Marvel Universe.
See, I had polio. It's a thing.
That is a bad limp.
So he's got his going away party going on. They're about to do the big family picture, and he's going to run across fucking town.
He's going to run across a matte painting.
I was going to say that looked like an obvious background.
And there's the girlfriend.
That's some big Italian hair right there.
Is that supposed to be Peggy?
No, that's Bernie. There is no Peggy in this movie. Bernadette is based on one girlfriend that Captain America had in the comics in the 80s, and then this woman's daughter later in the movie is based on Sharon Carter, another Captain America love interest. So they're doing some girlfriend composites from the comics to this movie. Mm-hmm. One of those little details that I'm kind of impressed that they got, which shows that it's not necessarily a total failure of a movie, but it's pretty close.
Now that girl is like cornbread wholesome. Look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Toto?
She's pretty.
Yeah, I was about to say Judy Garland. Yeah.
Her close cropped 1990s blonde hair.
Who is the mom?
After he gets thawed out is not going to do her any favors.
She played the mom in.
Mom, Chris.
That's not Melinda Dillon. I have no idea who that is.
That's her. That looks like her.
No,
Is
that
she
ain't
one
her.
From Poltergeist.
No, Poltergeist was Jo Beth Williams.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, if that's her, I'd be very surprised.
Cat
She's got a
smoking?
very distinct
Yep. Welcome to the 90s, Rick.
Welcome to the 40s, Rick. Everybody smoked in the 40s.
Yeah.
And I
You're a
finally figured out
weirdo
who
if you
she
didn't smoke.
This was
Frau
before he was
Barbitzener.
super. He doesn't smoke after he's super.
That she is a little bit Frau Barbitzener, isn't she?
The ironic thing is he could smoke all he wants after he's super. Those cigarettes wouldn't hurt him.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't do anything for him either.
Right. If he got cancer, he would just become Deadpool.
Okay, so that's like the 8th time jump later we've had. We're only 10 minutes into this movie.
Yeah, where are we now?
We're 7 years and 1 week later, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that a lot of this movie's going to be. I want to do that. I want to have a movie that's all 1 week later, 8 months later, 7 years later.
Well, because we're going to have another time jump after he becomes Captain America, right? Doesn't it jump to present day or present day 1990?
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's Bill. Hey, Bill Mooney.
That's me.
Yeah, there he is. That's Bill Mooney. God, look how young he is.
Yeah.
And I grew up watching him as a child actor, but Jesus Christ.
I was just gonna say when we first saw him.
I know. I realized after it was coming out of my mouth what I was.
He's going to send you to the cornfield.
That's right.
Yeah, he was creepy in the Twilight Zone episode.
Is that-
he was in.
Is that supposed to be Howard Stark, or who is that mustache dude?
I was going to
just think he's some guy.
Just some guy. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think they had. This is pre MCU, so I think this was when Marvel really had divvied up all the rights to everybody.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they actually had rights to Howard and Tony Stark for this.
That looks like Bruce Banner's chair.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, David Banner's chair.
Well, I think it's a dual thing. Around this time back in the 90s, Marvel was definitely feverishly just tossing their properties out left and right, just trying to get anyone that they could to pick them up because they needed the money. But at the same time, I don't think that anyone this far back was at all interested in trying to cross over titles. You're going to make a Captain America movie. No one gives a damn about Iron Man. No one gives a damn about the Hulk. It's just Captain America, and that's all we need.
We needed the money. He made red, white, and blue. He needed the money.
Let's just make sure our boy comes out safe and sound before we go counting our chickens.
Let's just make sure our boy comes out safe. That's not something in church, is it?
Well, look, he's not a small Italian boy. He'll be fine.
According to Imdb Trivia, Val Kilmer was considered for the title role of Captain America, but he declined and did the Doors.
He did the Doors, huh?
I'm shocked that Val Kilmer made that choice.
I don't know what was a worse biopic, The Doors or Captain America.
Well, in one of them, he ggets to be half naked and drunk for most of it.
So he gets to be
and then
back.
there's the Doors movie.
True.
Now, I'm sure something that was missed is just a moment ago, as the introductions were being made in this room, one of these characters was referred to as Senator Kirby, based on the great Jack Kirby.
Just say it. I'll say it if you don't want to. But Billy Mooney he's positively dashing in this movie.
Bill Murray's a good guy, and I loved him as Linear in Babylon 5.
I asked him. I tried to get him on the Starbase. Fortunately, like I sent him an email, and then the next day his mother died, and it really didn't seem right to try to follow up on it. So I just sort of let it go.
Yeah.
I bet you can get him now, though.
Sorry to hear about your mom. By the way, would you like to be on a podcast?
Right.
And for anyone that's interested and that has their eyes open for Darren McGavin, Bill Mumy will become Darren McGavin in this film.
Shut up, Ralphie.
I swear that
And
guy standing
hair
behind him
has
looks like.
changed on his head.
He looks so high.
That guy, though, yeah, that guy on the left, he looks like Thomas Hayden Church. That can't be Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah, that ain't Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no! You son of a bitch! Psych!
Well, I'm glad we have some tip-top theory here in this top secret super soldier scientific experiment.
You know, this was before OSHA, wasn't it?
I was gonna say, I bump into my dimmers all the time. They don't kill me.
So that's just, you just bump into the tower and you just get barbecued.
They hadn't invented breaker technology yet.
That seems just like seems like poor designing.
Grab the people and hold them firmly.
I do give a damn.
I went on the Then and Now tour at the Kennedy Space Center one year, and you got to go through the blockhouse where they launched the Redstone, Mercury capsules, and all of the original equipment's there, and it's all on, and there's no fences or velvet ropes or anything. You can touch them, and you don't die.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Or at least, that guy. I like that guy. He's been in a lot of movies.
I haven't seen in the MCU Steve ever get shot, like take a bullet, like he did just now here. In the comics, is Steve
It went through him, it
or
looked
like
yeah.
what's the deal with him and Hot Lead?
In the comics, he is stronger, he's tougher, but he can still get shot and killed. He just usually wears that chainmail armor, and he's just and got the shield and gets out of the way of being hit.
And
he has the Mr. Miyagi defense. No be there.
Yeah, originally in the comics, Captain America was supposed to be best of the best. So he was as fast as the fastest person on Earth. He was as strong as the strongest person on Earth. He wasn't holding helicopters and keeping them from flying away and stuff.
Yeah, he was not superhuman as the current movies have him. He was just he was peak human. And as good evidence of the fact he's not bulletproof in the comics, he died by getting shot several years ago.
But when did they transition to his mask underneath his goggles here?
Now?
Just now.
No, I know, but wouldn't that have been a huge reveal in today's cinematic environment?
Oh yeah.
Now he's just in a mask for no good reason.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the first appearance of the rubber ears.
Yep.
Because they could not figure out ear hole technology.
Well, they could. They originally designed the mask with ear holes, but it caused a lot of chafing on Salinger's ears. So they covered up the holes and they put fake ears on the mask to make it.
Because that's a better solution.
Yeah.
Maybe just don't
obviously it is. It's the best solution.
You got to remember, in the original Superman movie, he never put on the Superman costume. It just happened.
Yeah, he all of a sudden he just flies.
He just became Superman.
Well,
yeah.
Wait, you talking Superman the movie or
Christopher Reeve Superman the movie? Yeah.
He was young Clark Kent in the Fortress of Solitude, and then there was a fade cut to indicate a shitload of time going by, and then he had the costume. Yeah, but then he did like the revolving door and the look at the phone booth kiosk with disdain joke
and then my favorite, the jump out a window and straight down, you just magically morph into your.
I mean, I remember, and he was in Fortress of Solitude, and he just turns around, and the Superman costume just appears on him, and he flies away.
No, it just after the Jor-El monologue,
hands back,
we cut back to him, and he's standing there in the suit. We don't see him go from
so
the kid that played young Clark.
We need to sneak into this secret military Nazi facility, Make sure
yeah.
they can't
Here's
see
a
you.
terrible-
Here's your bright blue costume.
I love those. I love his Mercury wings.
They did give that some lip service a moment ago on the helicopter. He called out the doctor who created the serum. She also designed the suit. He said she didn't know a lot about camouflage, but the excuse is, well, that doctor just really liked the red, white, and blue. So we're going to give you a terribly impractical costume.
Let me give you this
All
giant
together
red
now.
shield that's a.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield.
There he is.
Deadpool.
Red Skull.
And soak it in while you can, because this is literally the only scene you're going to see the Red Skull.
Spoilers. Now I have nothing to look forward to.
Trust me, that was the same before that happened. That has not changed at all.
But now I know.
There you
Well,
go.
you know, knowing is half the battle. Oh wait, wrong franchise.
You know, based on how many dings my wife's car has, I wish car doors were bulletproof.
Is this shield vibranium in this one?
They never mention it.
Oh, okay, just a shield.
You see, it's this weird metallic plastic, because while it does look like a frisbee, it makes the metal noise every time it hits anything.
They had a couple rubber shields for stunt work, and they had a couple plastic shields for when it had to get thrown. But as far as in story, they never say what it's made of. And what I love about his mask is the fact he's got big holes for each eye, but the holes are placed so far apart and the bridge is so wide that he constantly looks cross-eyed, because you see, skin on the outsides, but the eye holes come right up to his eye on the inside.
I gotta tell you guys, I'm loving everything.
I gotta go for it.
Just when I am needing help on my English lesson.
What'd you say? You're loving what?
Everything.
Oh,
Every single thing. I love the costumes. I think the ears work. I love that Red Skull.
Yeah, it's a good Red Skull design, and
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I like
we don't keep it.
You know, it's funny because sometimes you say when you see stuff like this that was, before the advent of CGI, there's just, usually you have to get past that, but like this, I think is just fine for practical makeup. He looks disgusting, which is the way I think the Red Skull would look. It's like all glistening and like, ugh.
what's he injecting him with? What is it?
Just a knockout pin. It's a tranquilizer. What surprises me is that, considering this is produced by Menachem Golan
Oh, K-Pat.
and Yoram Globus, who made Masters of the Universe 3 years before,
With about the same budget.
with the main antagonist Skeletor, and they did not reclaim that mask and just color it and use it as the Red Skull.
Well, this guy is going to wear Frank Langella's leftovers.
Well, hey, they were doing it on Star Trek, on Next Generation. They took the actual mask that Skeletor wore in that movie, and they used it for one of the holodeck creatures that Worf would fight in his workout program. They could have gone back and reclaimed it from the Paramount costume room and used it in this.
Uh-oh. What are they counting down to here?
They're going to launch the rocket.
They're gonna nuke the White House.
With Cap attached to the rocket?
Yep.
This is like the second season of Altered Carbon.
Bastard! Now stop the launch! Stop it or I'm taking you with me!
I do love that line, though. Two can travel as cheaply as one.
Is he gonna bring the Red Skull with him?
He's going to try, but...
Oh! Oh, did the Skull just cut off his own hand?
Yep.
That is baller.
He's
That guy
hardcore.
is the greatest.
No,
His life will never recover.
he still manages to survive being, 7 feet away from a rocket booster.
Yeah, good luck with that. Just being next to it, just the vibrations of it would probably liquefy him.
Mhm.
You know, just in case you didn't have any worry about Washington D.C. being nuked, that it would kill thousands of people and the president. Here's a 9-year-old boy to make you feel, oh no.
Now we know the stakes are truly high.
Yes.
Is this supposed to be the president's kid?
I think he's
Is
just
this
some
in the
kid.
White House?
No,
Because they showed the White House and then they showed this kid.
they showed the White House because that's a target. This kid, he's not related to the president, but post Captain America thaw, he will be the president.
Ah,
Jeez, so involved.
See, he's a Captain America fan.
I was waiting for him to take out his Captain America.
so how long has Captain America been around? Because we just saw him. It's like it just happened.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It just happened. That thing that he grabbed from his nightstand is not Captain America. No one knows.
Okay.
But were those the parents? They were sleeping in separate beds. This was made
Yes.
in the 90s.
Yep.
Did the people writing this in the 90s think that 50s TV was accurate? That husbands and wives actually slept in separate beds?
Well,
In the
yeah. I
50s?
mean,
Well, wouldn't you?
this is 1943.
Yeah, I think that separate
Right,
beds for married couples
1943.
are just a TV
Married
invention.
couple, they did. Married couples slept in separate beds in the 40s. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, so let me get this straight. The rocket is fired from Italy. Cap doesn't bother trying to change the trajectory until we're almost at the White House.
Until he's
Which
too
means he spent a while riding that rocket.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
tired.
and it's only when he notices a little boy.
I'm about to
Staying
hit the little boy
It's
somewhere
like,
in
well,
Alaska.
Now
How
I
much
should.
fuel is in that rocket?
That's my next question. It goes from Italy to Washington, D.C. to Alaska.
He overshot the entire country.
And thank God it landed capside up. If that
Under-
rocket had landed capside down, it'd have been Captain Smear.
Yeah.
Capside up under about maybe 4 feet of snow, not even completely covered, and he will be completely preserved for 50 years.
Now we go to Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah.
Present day.
How many places can we jump?
Where's Homer?
Now, and this is another thing that again might have been missed because we're not catching all the dialogue necessarily. That kid in front of the White House, that's this kid on the right. He was visiting
Yeah.
DC, so now he's home.
That blonde kid was in everything for a while.
He's talking to his buddy in the glasses, played by Ned Beatty's actual son, and he will grow up to be Ned Beatty after the time jump.
And he's got a picture of Captain America to prove.
That's not Peter Billingsley? It sure looks like Peter. It's
No.
just the glasses, I guess.
No, Peter Billingsley was almost a grown man by 1990. He was because A Christmas Story came out in 1983, so Peter Billingsley would have been 18, 19 years old by 1990.
Gotcha. I'm just looking for
Dinky
radios.
Dinky. Wow. What kind of language in a movie like this?
But that kid with the glasses does kind of look like the kid that they used to use for that commercial for, was it chocolate milk or whatever, had Missy Marvin in it. Kid that gets recast every 10 years or so until they just stop doing it.
Oh,
Not
VE
victory.
Day.
Peace.
Peace, for Christ's sake.
Push
Oh,
back the
listen.
Reds.
Since just saying 70 years later, or 50 years
Hey,
later.
the Taft-Hartley Act. There's a nice little cameo for Ferris Bueller.
Local boy graduates with honors. Kennedy,
Kennedy
wins.
wins.
I forgot to mention another one of the interesting things back in the hospital when the military guy was in the hallway with Bill Mooney and Cap was in the hospital room. The doctor they were talking to plays Red Skull. I forgot
Why
about
would they
that.
put this local boy with the gap tooth? Who's the local boy with the gap tooth?
The blonde kid.
Tom Kimball. Yeah. Oh, so that's the future president.
Yeah, the kid who was standing outside the White House.
Gotcha.
See, there's his political
Oh, there.
career.
So he's climbing up the ladder. Gotcha. Uh-oh, Chernobyl. Time is moving fast.
Boom.
And all of a sudden
it was
he's
nice
Ronnie
that
Cox.
he was able to find work after leaving Omnicorp.
Right?
Oh, he was fired from.
Yeah. You usually don't recover from that kind of firing.
Then he went on to be the president. And then after his term was over, he decided to go to Congress, and then he started causing all kinds of hell for the Stargate program.
Stargate program.
I'm sorry, Ronnie Cox is the shit. I mean,
Yeah.
Jellicoe is maybe the best thing about Next Gen.
Yeah, it's always weird to see him not as a.
Just trying to.
What's our language rating on here, Sean?
Wait. What the hell kind of a statement was that?
I love Jellicoe. I just love him. Just get it done.
Yeah, because I
never could
it's like
figure out
I
if
kept
Jellicoe was
expecting this guy to
insane.
turn into a bad guy for the whole movie because he's always an asshole.
No, this movie follows the lines of Beverly Hills Cop, where he's actually a good guy.
Yeah.
What were you
It's
saying,
like
Rick?
that
You
in
said
this
something about
movie are the
Jellicoe.
only times he's not a jerk.
I never could decide whether Jellicoe was just an actual asshole or whether he was playing some kind of part to get the Cardassians to think he was nuts. They never did clarify that.
Well,
He got Deanna to put on a uniform, which is something Picard could never do.
He was his own kind of an asshole, but when the Cardassians came around, he played it up a little bit extra, and he was faking it.
Yep.
Can't wear
Making them
jeans
wait.
in the Oval Office. Come on.
He can. He invented that.
Who are you, Bill Clinton?
He's the president.
Then go buy a used car. General?
Why doesn't this general have a name tag?
The general was an Oldsmobile man.
Uh,
Let me close the door.
I liked it better when I was Bill Murray.
Yeah.
My wife finally got the baby to sleep, so if I wake him, I'm a dead man.
You're toast. So we're establishing here that this president is actually he's some kind of a weirdo, a president of the United States who wants to do stuff that's good for the people, and the military doesn't like him for it.
I'm going to have to believe you because I can't hear a word anyone says.
I have this thing turned up, and I still can't hear a damn thing.
I tried to turn on. I found what pretended to be a setting to turn on captions, but it doesn't work.
That's why.
Wait, what? Is he a traitor, or is he at like a summit?
He's absolutely a traitor.
He's
That
at
son of a
meeting
bitch,
the most
Darren
uncomfortable
McGavin.
chairs ever.
Yep, that's how the Nazi got in the doctor in the earlier sequence.
Okay, that dude at the head of the table's got to be the Red Skull with
He
pink
is.
makeup on.
No, he had reconstructed surgery.
And it did such wonders for him. He looks so much better, more lifelike.
It's just suave.
It's,
You want
it's,
to see the?
it's
You want
not
to hear
makeup,
something
it's
odd?
his actual face, and that's the face he's going to have for the rest of the movie.
Yep.
That's like when
We have-
Jack Nicholson's Joker puts on the regular makeup, and it's like,
See,
We have
you know these guys
six
are evil because
people.
they've all got cigars.
Yeah, we have 6 people watching this stream, and Facebook is telling me we have 9 people watching the movie. 6 of those people are us. So there are people that are watching us that are not watching the movie.
They've made the right choice.
They are
People
confused as to
being-
what we are doing.
And that's the other half of the reason why I am occasionally giving everyone a quick catch-up recap on what's happening. The other half is
Scott, it's vital. It's
I-
absolutely
I
vital.
want to
hear the
catch
dialogue, helping.
everybody up this way. If you're watching the stream and you don't know what's going on, we are watching the Captain America 1990 movie. If you go to the At Home Con group page, which is where you're seeing this, there is a live viewing of it happening right now. You can click on that and you'll be watching the movie at the same point that we're watching it. So
I'm going to say that we're using the word "watching" in its broadest possible definition.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, look,
after how many
I
years and the
forgot
glove is
for it.
still sticking out of the ice?
Well, you know, it
it's-
never snows in Alaska.
really
There's just this one amount of ice, and that's it.
Yeah, you see the ice level came up 4 inches since he went down there.
in 50 years, yeah.
Oh, Bill Sadler,
It does look like him, doesn't it?
isn't it?
No.
I love how they always manage to carve out a precise rectangle of ice from whatever they find in it.
hmm
Whether it's Captain America or a mammoth or a
Or
thing.
the thing,
I was just thinking the thing.
and the glove's still
In
sticking
the
out.
Snowman, yeah, with the glove still sticking out.
Can we turn this off and watch the thing?
Yes, please.
The thing about the thing is, it's 100% more Wilford Brimley.
Wait a minute. He's
Okay,
moving in
so
the front
have
zone.
you waited until now?
And just verily just exploded that block of ice.
Dun, 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 dun.
He doesn't need any time to kind of get
Well,
his
no,
atrophy.
there's still
down
evil in
to-
the world.
I love
Yeah.
the go-go booth.
I haven't used these limbs in
Cap,
50
where are you
years. but
going?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
where is he? Where's he
going?
think he's going?
A lot of goddamn camera.
I guess he remembers he's in Alaska. I have to get back to Washington.
Couldn't he be
Somebody
like,
go after him, maybe?
can someone pack me a sandwich?
Hey, look, the White House.
Man
I
found
love
tonight.
how he
It's not
keeps that
Captain
photo
America
still
found
with
tonight.
him.
No, see, he was not public at the time. He had the procedure. He got shot. He went to the hospital. Went directly from the hospital to his first mission to the missile to the ice. He
Oh,
was
okay.
he was not a public figure back then.
I'm
So
sorry,
Day one.
rock solid. You're right. I'm sorry, Scott.
He became Captain America and was frozen in ice in one day. There's Ned Beatty. Is Ned Beatty still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
I think so.
Because he's always looked like an old man to me. Let's see.
I just enjoy being able to say Captain America 1990, starring Matt Salinger and Academy Award winner Ned
Sorry, I
Beatty.
had a package arrive.
82 years old. Yeah, he's still alive.
Can you spare me the conspiracy theory just this once?
He graduated from Transylvania University.
Why not?
Oh, that's in
I like
Lexington,
the fact that
Kentucky.
they kept the continuity of him sticking a pencil in his glasses.
Oh, that's what that is. And he never
And I'm
changed
sure
his
we will
frame.
see. And I'm sure we will see whoever Bill Mooney's character morphs into tug on his ear, because they really made a point of showing him playing with his ear.
Well, that was
Yeah,
Darren
there's-
McGavin, wasn't it?
Yeah, Baron McGavin. I think he might have already tugged on his ear once. If he hasn't yet, he definitely will.
Consider it done, Mr. DeSantis.
Well, that's an exotic beauty.
The car or the woman?
The skull.
Yes.
Oh,
You know, that fake hand he got for his left hand is really good. He was able to grab his glasses and everything.
if Captain
He must
America was
intend
top
to stop
secret,
me. He's been out of the ice for like a minute and a half.
what the? How would they know to call him Captain America if he was never public?
Look, don't
I'm
bring
having
logic into this.
trepidations again. Explain it.
Because the name of the movie is Captain America.
Yeah, it was in the script.
That is a fine. Well,
Northern
okay.
Canada.
Okay, I've got two possible
Okay.
explanations. One, if he identified
he-
himself when he faced off against Red Skull, which I don't think he did, he would have known that. Or the second and most likely is when Darren McGavin was there at their meeting. I'm sure that Darren McGavin at some point told him, "Oh, remember that Captain America guy that came? Who are you talking about? You cut your hand off to that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy."
Or his script is
It's
And
where
I just love
everybody
that
blew.
Captain America is just running through the wilderness. Oh, this music's very 90s.
What year did this come out?
90.
1990.
How
Yeah.
long did it
So
take him to walk from
technically-
Alaska
we're really
to
still
northern
in the
Canada?
80s here. What was that, Chris?
How long did it take him to walk from Alaska to northern Canada?
It didn't say, it just said Northern Canada.
And like,
They didn't put up a time jump title card.
man,
So
how long have those helicopters been looking for him?
Long
Did they
enough for Ned
start off
Beatty
in
to
Alaska?
really drive there. Yeah, he was in Alaska when he left that tent.
Right. So did they take off from that camp? Did
Well, it's
veer
apparently
away?
been long enough for it's been long enough for Ned Beatty to drive there. Why are they following him?
Because fuck Ned
Like
Beatty.
Captain America.
Because it looks cool.
So I have to assume that they're probably somewhere. He's probably walked his way either into Canada or Washington State. So it's been long enough for
No, they
Ned
said
Beatty.
northern Canada.
It's in Northern Canada. I missed that. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it
it's-
did. It's in Northern Canada.
It's been long enough for Ned Beatty to get from Washington D.C. I think.
To Northern Canada, yeah.
Northern
For the West
Canada.
Coast.
And for these helicopters carrying the Red Skull's daughter and other henchmen to get from Italy to Northern Canada.
Yeah, and they knew exactly the route he was going to take from
Right, I mean-
Alaska to northern Canada. Oh, it's like, there's hundreds of miles of wilderness.
Oh,
It's
this
just
is
one way.
They're BMXing.
At least they're wearing helmets. That's
You got knobby tires on this.
And Captain America still has not had a meal.
I was going to
Probably.
say,
coordinated helmets.
what you
Unless
didn't
he's
Black
eating
is wearing a black
snow
helmet.
or
The guys
something.
in red are wearing red helmets. That's the-
50 years in the ice and he hasn't even taken a piss.
you didn't see the whole walk, Scott. You don't know.
We
do you think
didn't
that
see the color of
have
the
a
ice.
What do you think he was drinking all the way down?
I'm just saying, you don't want to smell that costume when he takes it off. So
You're gonna find throughout this film that one of Captain America's greatest superhuman abilities is just running the fuck away. It's all about running. Just run.
I think Joe went to Northern Canada to get that pizza.
Oh no! And the magic shield.
That shield should have taken his head clean off.
And they don't even show it like make contact. They just show him throw it and then the guy fall.
You know, why didn't you try shooting him before?
This is so violent.
Yeah,
he uses that
strange
shield
guy,
for
I'll get
everything
in your
but what a
car.
shield could be used for.
Get in my pickup truck.
Don't dare use that shield to maybe block a bullet.
My pickup will block bullets.
Who is that person shooting at us? Who the frick are you?
Yeah, really.
I saw a movie once where they tried to do this to some English spy. Fake newspapers, fake radio, the whole thing.
I guess it wouldn't do much if I were to tell you that the president sent me to find you on a matter of global importance. Not much.
global importance.
Does it not even phase him that it's 50 years later? He's just like, wait a minute. I've been in the ice for 50 years? Oh, okay.
Look, after you've been strapped to a rocket by a weird-looking Italian guy, everything else kind of comes, oh, okay.
The mission comes first.
They're at least trying to plug in the fact that he is not exactly buying Ned Beatty's story. He thinks that it's a fake newspaper and trained responses.
We know that he's using the name he used before the war.
Made in Japan.
Extensive plastic surgery.
You must be a spy.
Nothing makes sense.
And a powerful international cartel, which I believe is
Well, yeah, you must be telling the truth because this is an 80s model pickup.
entire planet.
80s model pickup. You got Japanese technology on the dash, recording stuff, and we once again have the guy spinning the most ridiculous conspiracy theory QAnon style yarn you've ever heard. But of course, in this movie, he's right about everything.
You don't even know who I'm talking about, do you? Look, the important thing is the Red Skull's next target is President Kimball. And if this country loses Tom Kimball,
Volkswagen, German car.
Captain America,
Yeah, that's not helping
you
the
gotta
case.
help us. There was a scientist.
Is he going to look down at his loafers next? Italian loafers.
Dr.
This is like a Nazi mobile.
Now, she would have known what his name was before.
That is definitely the look of a who is not buying your crap.
Would you know where she would have left it?
This is some incredible acting here.
He looks stoned, really.
Would you please pull over the car? I am going to get sick.
Okay, all right.
Cap doesn't need to stop the car to jump out.
Did Volkswagen make a pickup truck?
I'm preemptively laughing.
He left the shield.
Nice dance belt.
Pretend to hurl.
Volkswagen is still
I
making
was going to
pickup
run and
trucks.
steal the
Actually.
truck.
Yep.
Who did that?
Why didn't he sock
Captain
him in the
America,
jaw if he thought he was
car
a spy?
thief.
Well,
How
he's
does he know how to drive it if it's not a stick shift? They didn't have automatic transmissions back in the 40s.
very fair. Unless he was actually paying attention to the driving, but they don't really do a whole lot to give us the impression that the super soldier serum made him any sharper of a thinker.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of evidence of that.
Since he didn't know he was supposed to put gas in the car.
Look, did we have cars that needed gasoline in the 40s? Yes. Don't America. Don't bring that up.
So, some of my favorite aspects of this: one, where did that trench coat come from that fits him perfectly? Two, how is it that the reporter just happened to have a bag that's the perfect size for a Captain America discus shield? And then this travel montage is just the best music.
I was gonna say, is this Bob Seger?
This is actually Jim Seeger, Bob's cousin. He's all they could afford.
So she comes back as another character.
Yeah.
Her own daughter?
Going to be
or-
like 70 years old now.
That's kind of creepy, isn't it?
It's incredibly creepy.
She's also going to come back as herself, the older version of herself, and her own daughter.
So he's going to bang both of them.
And see, that's just irresponsible. Leaving
I'm
that
going to
door
say all that Molson is going to spill out on the highway.
So this movie never came
that
out.
will save us from the bigger tragedy of people actually drinking it. So,
Yeah, that was
That's
going to be
correct.
around $24 worth of losses there.
Stephen Burney. Now, does Cap come from Brooklyn in this one, or
no, he's from California.
He's from Redondo.
Modesto?
nothing says fish out of water like thongs and punks? Well, that's a lot of ass for a '90s TV movie.
Oh, this was a legit movie, not a TV movie.
Oh, it was a legit movie. Okay.
Yeah.
It was direct to video, but it came out in theaters internationally.
Yep.
It was supposed to come out in theaters like 2 years before it was actually released. It got held up for so long.
It's still a lot of ass.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this was, I mean, Baywatch was on the air at this time. So,
You have to compete with
Did they
Baywatch.
want Dolph
I mean,
Lundgren, but they couldn't
they
afford
should
him? Is that what the...
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. I like this guy. He's got a good quality about him.
And I don't know that it was they couldn't afford him, but Dolph Lundgren was doing another Marvel movie because he was filming The Punisher when they made this.
Oh wait, that was a legitimate question. They really wanted Dolph Lundgren for Captain America.
They were also eyeing Schwarzenegger.
The guy who killed Apollo Creed. They wanted the
Would
evil Russian to play the ultimate American,
would it not be weird for Captain America to have a foreign accent?
right?
I am Captain America.
To answer that question, I will toss out two words: Golan, Globus. Captain America, the best that our modern science and military can offer, felled by a six-pack.
Yeah. Is that his
Well, you know, Americans
girlfriend?
can't handle their beer.
Yep.
Wow.
He's like burly 70-year-old
Oh,
dude,
just
isn't he?
care.
Jesus
Official
Christ.
appearance by the poor man's Nick Nolte.
Wait, you're telling me that guy wasn't feeding me a line of crap?
That's some obvious makeup.
Yep.
Yeah, obvious
Subtle.
old person makeup, and then you switch to other her in the
I'm
short
just
blonde.
wondering, is that,
It's
is
like
that
it's
that
just
guy-
makeup from like the nose down, and then like her whole neck is covered in makeup.
is that Stacy Keach's body double?
Maybe. I love the look on his face. Is wait a minute, is this that guy she's been telling me I'm not as good as for the last 40 years?
Right.
You're
This is
not
the
as
asshole
good
that
as
she
my
sees every time she
Steve.
closes her eyes.
I like your Stacy Keach better than my poor man's Nick Nolte. That works better.
At least you stopped calling out your name 15 years ago, asswipe. Why was that chair moved in front of the door?
I didn't notice.
I
That's
just feel bad about that guy I abandoned in Canada now.
Yeah, what happened to poor Ned Beatty? Is he walking back?
Well, you know, he had the hardest part.
The
I know
waiting?
that song.
Yes.
After this is over, Google the song Ned Beatty had the hardest part.
Yes.
Jack is a good man. He's a good father. He's a good father.
He's a real asshole, but he's a good father. Of course, Steve is
That's-
drinking milk.
Yeah,
It's
of
a
course.
standard Hollywood line when somebody meets somebody that married after they do them. He's a good man.
It's kind of like the end of Castaway, but better.
Mm.
Wait, she's saying she was 38 when he disappeared? Is that
No,
what she just said?
that when she decided to move on and get married.
Oh, okay.
So she waited at least 20 years because she was about 16. When
Yep.
it very first appeared,
Yeah.
She was only 16.
Yeah, apparently her
Back
house
then they
hasn't
did
moved
that.
on from the 40s.
Nope. All right, give her a sympathy bone and move on.
Bernie, the waiting isn't the hardest part any longer.
He's like,
Well,
I
back
would,
to Rome.
but you look like a super old lady now.
But and your daughter looks exactly like you did when I left. So
So I'm gonna go out there.
So you get it, right?
All the way back from Canada to Italy.
so for me, it'll be like I never left.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, you're married now.
You're telling me you couldn't catch this guy? I have no daughter.
I love that
She
shit.
looks familiar.
Wow, she's really pretty too.
She
There's a lot
looks
of
like
pretty
that
women in this.
knockoff.
No. She looks like she could be like Patricia Tallman's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that, and I know she looks familiar. I think I've looked her up before because she looked so familiar, trying to figure out what else I've seen her in, but I can't remember if I found anything.
I'm going to say something in late night cable. She just got that look. Or is that just a 90s look?
She's
Maybe
a
that's when I was
knockoff
watching
Kim
late night
Cattrall.
cable. That could be me, guys.
I think she was in most of the music videos in the late 80s.
She's Tawny Kitane's body double.
That'll teach that newspaper.
Yeah.
And that was his fake hand.
And once again,
And it's
ordinary bait. At
No
least he made
ordinary
his way
hand.
back from Canada.
No ordinary hand could crush a newspaper like that. Project Rebirth.
Where did he get his hands on all this top secret stuff?
He's a reporter. He's resourceful. Once again, this movie's got
I
a
think the
fetish with
pencil was
hands.
an actor choice or director choice.
Did that say urine? Is that a urinalysis right behind that? I swear to God, that said urine.
Steve Thomas asks, "Who sends a crack team out to capture Captain America with handguns? I thought the Red Skull was a mastermind. In the comics, yes. Here, not so much."
Yeah, maybe some automatic weapons, maybe some weapons mounted on the choppers, but nah.
Raven says, "Am I the only one wondering about who got with the Red Skull and made a kid?"
Was
You know,
that the most trite sound effect ever when the plane flew by?
Power is its own aphrodisiac. Sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Henry Kissinger could land some good-looking ladies, then so can the Red Skull.
I feel bad. John put out the message just a second ago, and yeah, I've been missing all the comments that he's been leaving in the.
Because I'm sitting here staring at the movie instead of
Me too.
looking
And I
at
have
the comments.
I have the comments up on my phone, but I can't really see them.
As John says, stop asking questions, Christopher D. Philippus.
Why else am I here?
During the travel montage, John says, "Why is this music?"
John, I'll bow out if you want to come in.
You have no reason to trust me. I know that. It's very important that I find Captain America as soon as possible.
Okay, that's freaky. One of y'all is not using headphones and
Oh!
there's a slight delay.
Yeah, somebody's echoing
Oh,
a little bit.
Yeah, I think it might be me. I have my computer turned up so I can at least hear something, and it's probably getting picked up by my mic. I can't channel it like through.
I like how creepy henchman is standing outside the doors looking inside and obviously getting turned on by the sight of old people getting shot and beaten.
Well, that's how you know he's evil. Meanwhile, Steve is getting a history lesson from somebody who flunked out of college.
So that's the same actress that was in the brown wig.
Yes.
She's much better looking as Sandy instead of Sandy at the end of Grease.
Oh, John Irons does not wish to come in.
All right.
put up the antenna on the phone.
I remember when the antenna would snap off, and you could use that as a wonderful excuse not to take calls anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone broke.
Oh no, but you were a good man.
Hey, get that.
It's okay. You can go with him now.
You can see me in Titus on Fox Sunday nights.
Sorry,
Now
I could
he's
never
on,
grow.
now he's on
a
Man with
real
a Plan.
I was thinking 90s Keach.
You'll be all right, man. Minor gunshot. Mostly it's a shot.
It's one good-looking EMT.
Minor gunshot wound.
Who's taking a lot of time to explain the situation to her before loading that gun?
Get this poor asshole to the hospital.
He's been shot, but we can hang out here for a few minutes. It'll be fine. It's not like he's gonna bleed anymore.
That baby, it doesn't look like the picture of health to begin with.
But see, he's giving Cap something, so you know he's not going to make it.
What is that little shield? Is that like a
It's just
TVA
a minor
cord?
shot. He'll be fine. Oh wait. You see,
there we go.
this is why you're an his buddy. You see, Tim, that's why you're an EMT and not a doctor.
Live, damn you, live!
Now, Chris, were you asking about the thing that he was giving to Captain America?
Yeah, that was like the little shield thing that they had when they were kids.
It's I think it might have been Captain Midnight. It's like just one of those cheap little, decoder.
Like a radio show decoder ring.
Yeah, a decoder that you get in a box
Drink
of,
your Ovaltine.
Right, thank you, Rick.
and a Cracker Jack box.
Can't kill Keach.
Yeah, we made sure to kill the old love interest so that this actress doesn't have to play two people anymore, though.
And you can pave the way for,
Yeah,
knocking the red boots.
cut down on the guilt for having to choose.
My mother loved you and she's dead now, so you can bang me. It's okay.
I'm sure you never banged her back then. She was only 16. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's the 40s.
Hey, was that America's ass that we just saw?
That was more like Northern California's ass.
Oh, okay.
I dream of being Vanna White. Here, Pop.
Just look
The
at my
Price is
hair.
Right is on next.
Oh, special report. Some
Yes,
random people in
for a
California
special
shot
report.
and killed. And now the weather.
Thank you for plot
large-
device news.
A large group of unidentified terrorists.
It's
I love
like
how
the
someone
end of-
pointed out on a different podcast one time that TV and radio in movies and TV are never just on anything random. It's always something related to the plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I love is they turn the radio on at the exact moment to get the exposition, and then they just snap it right off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This woman reminds me, the reporter on the TV. What was the movie where the girl turns into a werewolf on TV live? Was that Wolfen or The Howling?
The Howling.
The Howling, okay.
Yeah.
Darren McGavin.
What's even better is when the radio is set as an alarm clock, and the alarm goes off, and they wake up, and it tells them exactly what they need to know, and then
You guys were waiting for the ear tug. It's coming.
it's just saying goodnight to Carol. He's
I was gonna
saying
say.
goodnight to Carol Burnett's grandmother.
So glad we had
A fan of Carol Burnett, okay?
Now Captain America in his thrilling turtleneck outfit. Coming to you from Hasbro Pulse.
There's the old golden arches.
You got to think that, Captain America is pretty racist, right? He grew up in the 40s. He's like, why are black people eating in this restaurant?
Isn't that
Oh,
restaurant
wait, there
in
aren't
Universal?
any.
He wanted to give.
Where's McFly? Holy shit, look at
He
this.
wanted to punch old Adolf on the chin, though.
Who wants to help me sock old off on the job?
Wait a minute. They had ladies' rooms in the 40s. He knew he wasn't supposed to go in there.
Yeah, but
Yeah, well, that's the secret entrance to the lab, so.
yeah.
Or at least it
Oh,
used to be.
but the waitresses aren't behind the counter with guns in them.
Right.
Whoa, take that tampon dispenser.
I like the fact that they just put up a drywall but left the closet.
Like nobody ever looked like, oh, pull this down. What's this secret
Why not
layer?
put the drywall up in the closet?
No, we have to cover this up. This is a closet. We don't want people to see that.
We don't need we don't need these 30 square feet in this restaurant. Let's just put this wall up here.
People might
And
hang
they
their
didn't even
coats
put up
here.
a stud wall. They just put up the drywall.
Yeah,
Well, you see, we got Captain America, so that's our stud wall.
they got to show. They got to show him punch through the drywall. Like, I
Well,
mean,
we have to show his super strength.
Joe.
Joe, you're
Wait,
back.
Joe, did you go to Alaska to get that pizza?
Apparently, in Alabama, getting pizza is a baffling ordeal.
John says that the only colors Caps see are red, white, and blue.
Yeah. John says that he turned the captions on, but they were only in Spanish. It's about right.
Under the stairs.
So I've got two sets
They'll
of
never
headphones
see us
out now.
here. Don't look up the skirt, dude. That's creepy.
I was gonna say that's the only reason to make stairs like that.
Well, okay, one, don't look up the skirt, but two, lady, don't wear a skirt. You're on a tactical mission. What are you doing wearing a skirt?
She's wearing stilettos too.
Look, if we're gonna start critiquing what's practical to wear in a superhero movie, we've got a long road ahead of us.
She's an exotic spy.
And it worked. Can you believe that worked? Hiding under the stairs actually worked.
Yep, and they get because nobody ever looks behind them.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Maybe it didn't. Aren't those bullets flying through drywall into diner patrons?
From the sound of it, they're flying into timpani.
Well,
I think we're alone now.
well, remember the secret entrance went
Oh, you
downstairs.
said
This is
timpani.
all. This is
Yeah,
all. in
Tiffany, same thing.
Should you have brought your shield with you? Maybe.
He left that in the pickup truck. Oh, he's going to use that as a shield, I bet.
And what I enjoy is that someone on IMDb in the trivia actually went through and detailed the construction of that furnace cover, and the rivets that would have held it on, plus the being welded in place, and how much force it would have required to remove that.
I forgot how hard he hit that guy.
no.
Yeah, that furnace cover is going to shatter anyone that he hits with it.
Yeah, that guy's he's never going to use that hand again. Cap hates hands.
That's our hashtag for this movie. Cap hates hands.
Captain America versus the Hand.
No, that's Daredevil. That's a whole different license.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Iron Fist. Yeah.
Captain America versus Thing. And I mean Adam's Family Thing, not Fantastic Four. Well, he threw her right down.
You may have a cover, but I have a pole.
Notice in movies that sometimes people get knocked out just because they get thrown down. Like he threw her on the floor and she passed out.
Right.
This would probably be a thrilling fight scene if I could see what the frick was going on.
Ooh.
Wow. I think Chris's joke about Adam's Family Thing might end up being my favorite joke of the night.
I was going to make one about Paul, too. I mean, you have a Paul. Have you seen my dead girlfriend's hot daughter?
Get our orders from the Red Skull's daughter.
I think I've had just the wrong amount of just the right amount of talk.
It's an exposition bug. I killed that guy based on how far he's falling. Good lord, where's that shot go? This is California.
Look over a crevasse.
It was a long scream.
John says super stealthy serum.
Oh my.
Hey, it's that freak who went in the bathroom.
Do not go in there.
So the one guy comes in, he invades the women's room, breaks through the wall, and then disappears. Then a whole bunch of armed thugs come through, and they go into the bathroom, and there's still people inside the restaurant?
Never learned the
Well, you know, they were waitresses. They can't leave; they'll be fired.
And those are the best burgers in California.
No, you're not getting the day off.
This movie was it's in the dark, fighting, in the dark, fighting, in the dark, fighting. Then porn. What did that look like? A porno scene.
Wait, where's the porn? I'm waiting.
It's coming. It's not.
All right. So I
Are we not
knew
doing
more than I
phrasing
thought when I was
anymore?
making the poll joke.
Oh wait, when did they kidnap the president?
I was going to say what?
That is what the news report in the hospital was. It was saying that the president was kidnapped. Because
What
when you
happened to the Secret Service?
when you say it in
Identified terrorists.
yeah, when you say it in a news report, then you don't have to spend the money to film it.
That's true. And Darren McGavin probably turned him over. You know, Secret Service is probably on the take.
Still waiting to see Melinda Dillon here.
How stupid do you think we are?
I'm telling you, that was the mom.
I really don't think so. She's got a much longer face. Like her, she's got a more distinctive nose. I could be wrong. I know. You're looking it up.
She played, yeah, Melinda
Can I
Dillon played
interest
Mrs.
you in
Rogers
some plastic surgery?
on IMDb.
Guys,
That was the.
already,
Did not look like her.
that skull's not super red.
Not
It's
anymore.
more like the sunburned skull.
But don't worry. Next time we'll have
Wait, are we saying that a guy with orange skin and bad skin condition would make a horrible leader?
At least he can drink with one hand.
What did the president pocket there, Scott?
Just a little vial of something.
We used to call those poppers back when I was in college.
Doesn't anybody look at the freaking road? Jesus.
Not in movies they don't, because the car is actually on the back of a truck.
So since this
what
one
I
went
like
straight to video, is it unrated?
Probably.
No, I think it's.
I think you're hoping in vain for anything even remotely along
I'm
those
not.
lines.
Well, I always am, but not in this case. Are they in Italy?
Yes, they're in Rome, which makes you wonder why is the driver's seat on the
That's the
left
second time he pulled the puke thing.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know, part of the secret super surgeon syndrome is that it does give you a weak tummy. And how did they get to Italy? We still have no idea what she does for a living, do we?
With no travel montage.
That is
Yeah.
a beautiful
Yeah,
location.
and,
I'd love to go see that.
How
place.
many other superheroes think to do the puke trick?
And
Yeah,
see,
that's the advanced version of Get Help.
you missed it, Joe. That was the second time he did it in this movie.
What?
Yes. It's how he got rid of Ned Beatty.
Raven
Who
says
you'll
it
note
works
we
though.
have
She's not wrong.
seen.
John wants to know why he keeps stealing cars.
Wow, Italy looks a lot like California.
Crazy, right?
Is that the Presidio?
Now, I will say this: Ronnie Cox in this movie is the most capable president in any movie that I have ever seen.
This movie is rated PG-13.
So we get one F-bomb and one breast shot.
It was for that thong shot earlier.
Yeah.
I don't buy PG-13. Yeah, it had to be those bikinis on the beach that did it. There's not enough violence in this movie to warrant that.
Are you kidding?
It's-
They've been doing
it's-
nothing but shooting people.
Yeah, it says rated PG-13 for some mild language and violence. So,
The casting director has a singular taste in women. I'm noticing,
Yeah, pretty.
but they're all like of a type.
Exotic.
How did you find me? I thought I lost you with the stomach puke.
I thought I had the super stealthy serum.
Once again, exposition. Oh, I thought they were listening to the radio. They're just listening to that geek. Oh, there's the recorder.
There it is.
So you're going to hear the origin story of the Red Skull. Oh,
Kind
wow.
of, yeah.
what kind of radio is that, Chris?
It's just a recorder. It's not a radio.
No, wire recorder.
And radio tape audio tapes have changed so much through the years. You guys can't play a tape on any tape deck, you know.
Well, he's
That's
playing
not
it
a
through
tape
that. Is
recorder,
that?
it's a wire recorder.
Yeah, it's a wire, right?
Ah. Look, my joke stands.
Also, I don't think a wire recording would be that clear.
No.
Yeah.
After 50 years
one
being
step
founded
up from a wax cylinder.
Could you play that again?
still sitting in the recorder, pulled out of rubble. 50 years go by, no preservation. It'll be fine, right?
See the juxtaposition of the technology there. That's neat.
I wonder if that's going to be a plot point that she's recording it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose it would. Why don't you just take out an ad for him in the classifieds? You know,
Loving that tie-dye shirt.
I can't help but notice a distinct lack of Captain America in this Captain America movie.
Yeah. I can't help but notice that Captain America in his civilian clothes is dressed like Sam Beckett in Mirror Image.
Yeah. He hasn't had the costume on since he left Alaska. Yeah.
That's
well,
correct.
you know, you got to figure, like you said, after this long, it's going to be rank.
And don't worry, the one and only time he puts it back on before the end of the movie, it does not get washed in between.
Oh, no. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to step away for a moment to take care of some personal business.
Alrighty.
How long does it take you to line up a shot, you idiot? Oh!
That's some good plywood on that table.
And that entire time they stay in their chairs as he slowly picks up a table and lumbers towards them. They don't stand.
Why didn't they just shoot them both in the back of the head as they were walking by? And keep walking.
Or take advantage of the solid 5 to 8 seconds that they took to see the guy.
John says he was wondering how much before you pick up one of them leave.
I have to keep on brand. We're at a con.
What? Why are there children? What?
I hope he runs the kids down. That would be awesome.
Children that age know to get out of the rope in a car.
Isn't that Clark Griswold's car from European Vacation? I know this car, honey.
Oh! I love that. Be careful. This car costs more than the budget of the film. Don't you dare hit the wall.
Those
that
were
sounds like somebody going vroom.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Vroom, vroom.
They were some incredibly chill kids with two people on foot and a car speeding their way, and just no reaction.
Just rolling the ball back.
Where did this shield come from?
When they're playing Jack, they take no prisoners. Landed right on the shield.
Ow, that hurt.
I hate when that happens.
Now I know what it feels like to crush people feel.
What up, guys? I fell in my shield. Ow. Ow. Ow.
If he was an ice cream flavor, he'd be pretty.
Here, take some lira.
Here, have some money.
Look,
there was the diggle.
In the 70s, he drove a motorcycle.
You know, it's funny because when you guys said we were watching Captain America, I thought we were going to be watching with the motorcycle and the shield on as the windshield.
Oh, the 1979 one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's the one we were too, now that you mention it.
No, I have it on my computer, but I don't think it's a Facebook Watch option. Next year's At Home Con, we'll arrange to watch both the 79 and the 80.
I'd watch this again. This is really pretty good.
I think they might have both been 79, actually, those old ones.
Much better production value than I was anticipating. Good locations. I like the costume.
Mr. McFeely.
Oh my god, you found it! That is like so bitchin'. I thought this bag was like totally mystery. Grazie.
John just shared a message with a screenshot of the movie with the Spanish subtitles. Yeah, people that wear
he wasn't kidding.
Quemando casas.
Because of course, spies always carry their ID in their purse.
Their actual ID.
The best way to be incognito is in your Debbie Gibson hat in Italy.
She is world-class undercover terrorist.
The Captain America 1979 movie is on Facebook Watch.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Can't wait.
We might have to do that as an episode of Cosmic Potato sometime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do, and I believe I am a published author with a chapter in a book about this movie. So,
Ooh. He looks very Dolph in that scene.
yeah,
As long as we're in the neighborhood,
he
I
does.
say we drop in.
I always did want to meet the president.
He's tiny. Look.
Could they have found a smaller car?
I was gonna say, did they purposely find the smallest car they could for the juxtaposition, like as a psych egg, an ongoing psych egg?
I think that the dude Matt Salinger is very tall. And I
Yeah.
can only imagine he's
That
dropped
car's
knees next to his shoulder.
that car's so tiny I wouldn't fit in it.
Does it? Maybe it has like straps on the underside, so if it runs out of gas, you can just put it on like a bike, like a backpack.
Like a Fred Flintstone.
It's a European car. They're small. I'm back, by the way.
Well,
And I'd ask if I missed anything, but I've seen this movie before, so I know I didn't.
That is one hell of a cell phone. Look at that.
Gary, clearly you did not go try to get pizza in Alabama while you were.
We have like the worst luck.
Hang on tight.
She's rocking the first season X-Files Fox Mulder cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that thing's gonna outrun a Porsche.
They are going
Pedal
downhill.
faster, pedal faster.
because it's been too long since we had a chase scene, so we have to throw it in here.
It's barely qualified.
That thing, there's no way that thing tops out more than 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, but if you look at it in kilometers, it's so much faster.
At some point in between scenes, he says, "Wait, let me put on a tie and."
Where did the hat come from?
See, you ditched me. Now I'm gonna ditch you.
See? How do you like it? I'm pulling your trick, Cap.
Here's your shield. You're on your own.
She just rolled the window up, and now it's down.
It's Schrodinger's window.
Where? Oh, Rick Teacher, you slider. Where were the locations for this movie? Is all this California, or did they actually shoot some in Italy? Or?
That's like the.
That I don't know, Chris.
Okay, why would they bother to leave her headphones?
Because where we're going, you don't need headphones.
They had earbuds then?
This is the way Captain America will know we have captured you. By the way, we're capturing you because you might be useful. Unlike your mother, who we shot dead. They already know he cared about.
And yes, Rick, I think even back then in the 80s, they did have earbuds, but they were the kind with the without the rubberized guards on them, but they had the very thin foam rubber.
Yeah, like the first Walkman earphones.
Yeah, they hurt
After a while
like
they would cut your ears.
Oh yeah, they hurt terribly. They cut your ears, and then those foam guards would start to deteriorate and just get gunked up.
That is a ginormous handbag.
I'm not looking at the handbag. Yes, I went.
Obviously, you just don't care about fashion as much as I do.
No, I kind of like those capri pants. I'll tell you that.
Problem is they all
she's
dress
a
like
cut
my
rate
mom
Kim
did,
Cattrall.
so it's a bit of a buzzkill.
I think cut rate King Cattrall is an oxymoron. No, a redundancy. Which one?
So now she's getting some insight into her poor, tortured father.
Oh, so that was the recording from The Wire. Gotcha.
It was, yeah.
That's the scientist from Archer.
All right,
Dr. Krieger.
Lucky Yates.
So yeah, the recording is the piano piece that Red Skull was playing as a child, and then the sound of the soldiers busting in the windows and shooting everybody.
Gotcha.
The shields for close-ups were made of galvanized steel. They had 4 rubber shields that he could use for stunt work, and 4 plastic shields for pitching and catching.
Yeah,
Never obviously plastic.
Thank you for reiterating the piece of trivia that I shared. Like,
Oh, did you already share it? I'm doing other things. I'm running a con.
So are they saying Cap was a pitcher or a catcher?
He was a switch hitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little of both.
I always had a question about Cap's shield in the MCU.
What about
if it's made of vibranium, which is basically takes all vibrations and nullifies it, right? That's why bullets just kind of fall down when they hit it. They don't ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he's tossing that shield and bouncing it off walls all the time. Shouldn't it just like hit a wall and fall? Because
look, stop bringing your science into this, sir.
If you had listened to actually today, you would know that his shield is made of an alloy of vibranium and proto-adamantium.
Which now that Disney has the Fox rights back, they can actually say that as opposed to.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So proto-adamantium is like flubber.
Adamantium is what Wolverine's claws are made from.
Oh, I know. It was a joke. Sure.
Like this movie. This thing stinks to high heaven. I don't have to put this thing back on, do I?
Man, this thing smells like balls.
Good thing no one posted guards. I never should have quit OCP.
Oh my god.
Here, this will blend in nicely.
You can see him from a mile away.
If only Spider-Man were here.
Where's Peter Weller when I need him?
It was a vial of acid, I guess. He used to melt the lock. Okay.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me, creep.
That's the perfect cabinet.
Wait, didn't he, when he ran away, didn't he leave the door open behind him?
I think it bounced closed.
No, he closed it.
Kicking butt in this movie, well, except for all the running.
There is a lot of running in this movie.
It's better than
There's
walking.
also a lot of bad guys walking past the good guy.
But there he is. If only we had some way to hit him from here.
It's Captain America!
There's that.
They're like in
Parker
Check
kid.
Deef.
Mr. President, grab onto my leg.
I gotta check something out.
Please come back, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
I mean,
Really need you for your little
Ronnie
plan,
Cox is kind of. Come on, dude.
and you can't win.
I'm gonna
Boom!
throw myself to my death.
John says President Harrison Ford would have escaped days ago. No. Oh, and I like his comment. He said, "America's balls." When it says smell like balls.
How did he know to cling to the wall right there?
I'm just gonna say that
What year did this
little
come
thing
out?
right there is my favorite thing about this movie.
What is? I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't hear that.
That's my favorite thing about this movie, when the Cap catches the president as he's falling. Good stuff.
Falling from a jump that he had no idea was coming.
Right.
You know, and I gotta say, the outfit is comics accurate. It's 100%. It just looks goofy in real life.
And then when Cap says, "Gee whiz," right there, that's Captain America.
And the only thing the costume is missing in this film is the scalloped armor on the top.
Oh yeah,
it's
the chain.
flat. It should be, it should have the scales.
I've always been a fan of the Captain America costume, the one that Evans wore in the 40s, that looked more practical.
Yeah, the one the one they gave him in the movie in the 40s is it's right out of the Ultimates version of Captain America.
Yeah.
But it looks great.
Mm-hmm. I really liked his look in the Ultimates. I like the update that they gave him in that series.
Oh, you can really see the not human ears on the mask right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. The filming locations. There were 5 filming locations: Croatia, Slovenia, Yugoslavia, and Dubrovnik, Croatia, and then Los Angeles, of course.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
There were a lot of films made in Europe in the late 80s, early 90s because of tax reasons.
The president is whooping ass.
And Cap is actually blocking bullets with his shield for the first time in this movie.
That president inhales and has no bone spurs.
Right.
Wow, construction in this castle is subpar.
Right.
Oh, it's another cell phone. Hi,
This is
this is
kind
the
of-
president. No, I don't have Verizon.
You're base 3. This is the president.
Can you hear me now?
NATO command. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't believe
Mr. President, how did you escape? Oh, I found a vial of hydroxychloroquine on the table and I used it to melt through the lock.
And Aaron McGavin's like, I gotta get out of here. Oh, crap.
President.
Mr. President.
My sinuses have also never been clear.
Excuse, sir. I don't think you're going to be able to squirm out of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Take that, I'm giving your shit, Red Rider.
Suck on that, Kolchak.
Stalk this!
Hi, we've got your girlfriend's daughter that you want to bone. You want to give up now?
Ooh,
She's all smiles.
ooh, there he is.
Balls.
He looks great. I hope he doesn't smell like balls.
Turn on.
I love his ears.
It would be okay if he smells like America's balls, though.
50 years ago, you and Dr. Vasili's ridiculous idea.
And see, that's where it's really egregious when you look at it from the side, how it gives him that cross-eyed look because the eye holes are just not positioned well.
Yeah.
No. But this is an argument I had before the MCU came out. There was an argument I had with a guy at DragonCon about how the movie costumes need to be. It look exactly like they did in the comics. I'm like, they're not going to look good. He's like, I don't care. It needs to be accurate, but it won't look good.
Right.
Case in point.
Hugh Jackman had a
What do you want,
point in the
yellow
first
spandex?
X-Men movie. What do you want? Yellow spandex? No, because that's going to look dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of a Naked Gun homage right there.
It's like at some point you're watching a movie, you're not reading a comic
Hey,
book.
the edge of the shield
Come
was
on,
shut
you
off and cut the end
That
off the
was
gun.
Man,
awesome.
Whoa! Oh,
She's
the
kicking ass,
slow
and they're
fall
my
down
favorite
the-
capris again.
Who gets punched and just says, "Oh"?
The slow fall down the
How did
wall.
she get that far ahead of her that fast?
Why is he so strong?
You will not believe how far a man can throw a chair.
Oh!
Look at this guy. It's like
Kick from the-
flying
Why
wiggle kicks all over the
Ronnie,
place.
why is Ronnie Cox getting extended action sequences?
I don't know, but at least this one's lit.
You remain
Yeah, really.
choice, little brother.
Stop calling it your
Yeah!
That's right.
Oh, were they supposed to be brothers?
Well, they
No,
both
no,
went through the same treatment, so.
Okay, so they're brothers in serum.
You!
Yeah, he
Martha!
considers them,
Yeah,
I
they're-
think,
oh,
like,
yeah,
both-
with the shield. They're
Oh,
serum
love it.
brothers.
Serum buddies. Oh, that could cleave his skull right in two. That was the shot that we needed to
Oh,
stay
she's
on.
got her. She's got her fist ready.
That shield cut a gun in half. Why?
Right, exactly.
Down flat side down.
That should have been like the end of Sling Blade right there.
Uh-huh.
John says these punches sound like airbags going off.
I've got a gun and you don't have your shield.
Oh, like a frisbee.
A lot of backflips in this movie.
Wow, wait.
How did the president know how to throw a shield?
Well, no one's ever thrown a round object before.
And how could he only throw it so far that it still took Cap 3 full somersaults to reach it?
That went on to launch so many memes.
And wait,
Yep.
so he did, but did you guys notice he did 3 full somersaults and still wound up in front of the shield and had to turn around? Shouldn't he have just jumped until he was behind the shield and he could just pick it up?
Again, don't bring your logic into this. How many? I was about to contradict my own statement there. How many rounds are in that magazine? Wait a minute.
Maybe aim a little lower. Just an idea.
No, you have to aim for the shield. It's a law.
It's like a video game. You have to get through the shield before you can start taking damage.
Yeah.
And these two are still.
Meanwhile-
Why are they so angry?
But that's how we know she's not a good girl and not a bad
there a-
girl, because she didn't shoot the bad girl.
Is that a piano?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it's
is.
a piano.
Oh my god.
This is
Because
like
nothing's
the
better for a full grand piano than saltwater humidity.
This is the
like
greatest.
a scene from a Richard Marx video.
And the piano is a bomb.
I hope so.
Is anybody else getting like a Gene Roland vibe from some of these locations?
Oh yeah.
And no, the piano is not a bomb. He's holding the bomb.
As far as megatons go,
How? What is this?
Skull, I expect you to die.
attached to maybe small potatoes.
Ah!
Oh no! If only there was some way to keep him from shooting me when I ran out there.
If only I had some type of a shield.
John, he never discovers that it's bulletproof. He just has to keep shooting it. It'll give way eventually.
Can someone tell me what the? Is this like the Nemesis piano? Not Nemesis.
Yes.
The
Genesis?
Nexus piano.
Yes, this is the Genesis device piano.
Yeah, thank you. I was thinking of more Soren and his
Oh,
rocket.
that one.
Oh,
Josh
try not
says
to
this
think of
movie
that
is the
movie.
bomb.
This movie's the bomb.
Papa!
Keeps getting less and less dressed.
Chase you with.
That's it. I'm
I'm
running
gonna
away.
chase you in a bustier. That's not inconvenient at all.
I'm gonna
Whoa!
run right out of my clothes.
And
Old
I
man
love
shoots.
that the thing is magic. What? But it doesn't come all the way back. What? Damn it! Stop
Oh,
shooting
dang.
me!
Quit shooting Captain America.
Oh no, he's gonna hear his piano playing from when he was a child, and it's gonna distract him just long enough for Cap to get the upper hand. Did I just
Of
discover
course.
the end?
You did.
Oh, I am such a good
into
writer.
Spoiler.
And of course, the Red Skull couldn't shoot anybody there with a machine gun.
It's like, you don't have your shield, I just shot you. Yes, but my ball fug is so thick. The bullets slowed down just enough.
It's a good thing, that didn't get damaged.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard that before.
John is pointing out that he's heard zero dialogue in the film.
Zero
so far.
dialogue in the film.
same here.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and Mark Finn points out that was the only cool thing in the movie when Cap rolled behind the shield. Hi, Mark Finn. How you doing? Papa, let us blow up together.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Papa, you really should have tried cutting an album.
It wasn't my fault. They made me.
They made me a monster.
We are both tragedies.
We belong dead.
And now I send our tortured souls to rest.
So why doesn't Cap just throw the shield and cut his other hand
Once
off?
again.
Come on. Oh, wow.
How could you do that to a dummy? Heads up!
Right in the face.
Oh!
Captain
And
America
look at the
hit women
camera.
in the face with
And
a
he's,
shield.
and he's smiling.
He grabs the shield and looks at the camera as he turns to walk away.
And there's no blood on the shield.
Now, who would have thought
The
that Ronnie
president
Cox
with
would be
his
in two
crack-
movies
crack
with bad
team of
dummies falling
ninjas.
off of
God,
high
this
poles?
thing smelled like balls.
Oh, wait, you took your mask off. I know you.
Hey, did not getting shot hurt you at all?
You can get up now.
God, Steve, you smell like balls. When was the last time you washed this thing?
I've never been so hot.
That was not a good idea.
Scratch and sniff.
Yeah, that right there, maybe not the best.
This is better. If they had cut to this.
Looks like a bad action figure.
And there, look at that.
Remember the many people who have gallantly sacrificed all.
Oh, it's almost like they planned that.
The president closed his statement with this odd
It's such. How did this not get picked up for a sequel?
I'm telling you.
Oh, here we go. Here we go with the power ballad.
Always. But I think we found the new hashtag. I think the hashtag for this episode has to be hashtag Cap smells like balls.
Those are America's balls.
That was a movie, and we watched it.
That's actually better. Hashtag America's balls.
And I have to say, it's a movie and we watched it, and I've never seen it before, but I think this is the best possible introduction to this movie for a neophyte like me. I don't think I would ever have had a better time with this movie.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, John, he did just mug the camera. Okay. Well, that was man, that was a lot of fun. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. We're gonna have to. We definitely will have to. Oh yeah, yeah.
See,
Mark wasn't doing that back then.
Now we have to do this with the Doctor Strange movie from 1978. I think it is.
110% yes.
Yeah, we need to do a series of these because we want to do the '79 Captain America and the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie.
Gary, I watched that Doctor Strange movie last week.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Why did you do that to yourself?
I was trying to bone up for the panel on Marvel movies before they were good, and I watched it, and yet I totally forgot to even mention it on that panel.
There you go.
And come on, it has.
Is Mrs. Bluth from Arrested Development. Jeez,
exactly.
Jessica Walters.
Yeah.
I just love it for that 70s white guy afro that Doctor Strange has.
With the mustache.
Uh-huh.
All right, this
I
has
am
been
down
fun.
for doing any movie this way, anytime.
Our buddy Rick Claw asks, has Matt Salinger done anything since? I believe he was on 24 after this because he was on Conan O'Brien. He did a Conan O'Brien episode about 24 or about something else. I don't know. But Conan O'Brien showed a clip of this movie. And then when it came back from the clip, Matt Salinger goes, well, I think now, today, I can be a lot more selective about my roles. Wait, and then Conan, without missing a beat, goes, so you can choose which superheroes you play? And the look Matt Salinger gave Conan, and then there's this weird jump cut. Like, he came at Conan, I guess. So in my mind, in my headcanon of that is they had to pull Matt Salinger off of Conan O'Brien.
Oh, wow. Please support the Environmental Protection Act of 1990. This movie got political, guys.
Yeah.
Imagine Captain America.
So, according to IMDb, Matt Salinger has he has done work as recently as 2019. He appeared in Robin Williams' What Dreams May Come in 98. He did an episode of House in 2010. Law and Order.
Everybody's in Law and Order.
I was in Law and Order at some point.
Criminal Intent. He was on. He did a Steven Seagal movie in 2008.
Watching her arc take her from domestic abuse and zombie apocalypse
And 2005. And there he is. You have Mark Kanar in 24.
She's proven she can play everything from battered wife to trembling.
I want
to a Carol trailer here.
I want to remind everybody that tomorrow morning, John Irons is going to be doing an episode of Captain Game Show at 10 a.m. Central Time, and we're going to do the closing ceremony of the con at 11:30. And we may be playing Cards Against Humanity because we're not doing it tonight, so that'll be fun. Maybe.
Cool.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna say good night to the people watching so I can end the broadcast.
Good night.
And
bye, everybody.
There are 6 people watching. John and Raven are the only ones commenting right now. So good night, John and Raven.
Good night, Mr. Claw.